Those who are watching House of the Dragon would have most likely come across the name Jaehaerys Targaryen, but who exactly was he and why was he so well respected? Jaehaerys was the son of King Aenys Targaryen and he was the grandson of King Aegon the Conqueror. So after Maegor the Cruel, who had usurped the throne 6 years prior, had died, the 14-year-old Jaehaerys became king, but of course he was too young to rule. Instead, Rhaegar Baratheon became Lord Protector, but Jaehaerys still had a say in what happened, as despite the advice of his council, he refused to have the lords who were loyal to Maegor executed, as he didn't want his reign to be marred with blood. Instead, he seized land from them and took hostages to ensure their loyalty. Of course, those who were part of Maegor's regime were all put to the sword. Now, Jaehaerys would marry his sister Alysanne Targaryen, and in his entire 55-year reign, she was the only woman he would ever marry and love. This was a truly equal partnership, with both sides being completely equal to each other. Alysanne is actually a really interesting character, and I'll do a video on her later. Throughout his long reign, Jaehaerys would achieve truly amazing feats, but one of his most impressive was to disarm the faith without any sort of bloodshed, as he came to an agreement with them. He agreed that the crown would both protect the faith and never raise arms against it. In exchange, the faith would disarm, they would recognise the Targaryens as true kings, and agreed to be judged by the laws of the realm the same as everyone else, as before the faith was sort of above this. Speaking of laws, up until Jaehaerys' rule, every kingdom has its own separate laws, and in all honesty they were all still pretty much independent. But Jaehaerys would change all of this by creating a central set of laws that every kingdom had to follow. This would actually bring the kingdoms closer together and the animosity between them would slowly die down. He would also create the great roads which bound the kingdoms together, such as the King's Road, as before there weren't really any roads connecting the 7 kingdoms. Jaehaerys was an extremely capable king, as he always listened to his advisors and took their advice on board before making decisions, and he also always tried to find a peaceful solution. But this did not make him weak, as he was a very skilled warrior and was a dragon rider. He won many victories, including winning the 4th Dornish War in a single day and taking no casualties. Granted, he used his dragons, but still. Aegon may have conquered the 7 kingdoms, but Jaehaerys built and united them. That is why he is known as the Conciliator. He basically created the Targaryen Golden Age and is widely regarded as one of, if not the best Targaryen king. He would die at the age of 69 after ruling for 55 years, and upon his death everyone in Westeros mourned him, even the Dornish did. That's how loved and respected he was, and he would be succeeded by his eldest grandson Viserys Targaryen.